Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna take the shoes off. And we are gonna start it in a dynamic warm-up. First, let's get right here on hands and knees. And we are gonna do our cows and our cat. So bring your chin up, elbow up, knees direct underneath your hip. Inhale. Exhale, chin in, belly button in, pull shoulder blades apart. Again. Nice. Now we are gonna lift the right leg, keep it 90 degrees, and do a big circle. So you see I go back, side, front, and in. So we're gonna do a big circle with your hip to the outside. So back, engage your glutes, rotate your knee out, bring it in, bring it down. Do it again. Up, engage your glutes, rotate your knee out and your toe. You see how everything goes out. Bring it forward, bring it down. 2 more. Engage your glutes, rotate it. 1 more. Bring it in. Now we are gonna reverse that cycle. So we go inside first, knee and toe out, back, up, down. Out, back, down. Again. So trying to do almost every movement that that hip does. One more time. Bring it out, bring it up. Drive your knee backwards, bring it down. One more time. And go back in child pose. Walk your hands towards your right side. Walk your hip towards your left one. And now reverse it. Walk your hands towards your left. Walk your hip towards your right. And go back to the front. Nice. Now we are going to do it with your left leg. Hands and knees directly underneath shoulder, underneath hip. And your left leg is going to go up, engage the glute 90 degrees, rotate it to the side, knee and toes, drive it all the way forward and drive it down. Try to keep your hip square. So you're not rocking, leaning on your side. Engage the glutes and bring it down. We want to create a movement from the inside of our hip, all the way forward and down. Back, engage your glutes, externally rotate it. Drive it all the way forward and drive it down. 2 more. One more. Engage it, rotate it, drive it forward, drive it all the way back. Nice. We are going to rotate it. So we go into the side A first. Ready? Let's go. Out. Back and down. Out. From out, rotate your toe up to the ceiling. Bring it back, engage the glutes and bring it down. Do it again. Out. Back. Down. Out. And down. Out, internally rotated. That's the key part here. So we are doing the opposite rotation than we did there before. One more time. Internally rotate, bring the toe up and bring it down. Back in child pose, back with your arms reaching forward. Walk your hands. Okay, so now we are gonna bring our right leg forward and this back leg is not straight back, slightly in. So we'll say 20 to 30% angle bending, a knee bending. So it's not straight back, it's slightly in. Can you see it right there? Okay, from there, We are gonna reach forward, drive your hip forward and reach it. Keep your foot right where it is. So we are working on the external rotation. And now bring it straight back in it pigeon pose, okay? So that front leg is, now it's our friend. So back before, it's not moving at all. So keep that 30% angle. Feeling the stretch in the hip. Go down. Come up with your chest. And drive that leg forward in a hip extension again. With that foot behind your 90% angle. So your hip, you see my hip bone is actually pointing that way, while my right hip is pointing that way. Opening up this hip. Inhale, exhale. If you can, try to do it with no hands. So doing it from your core and glutes. Pigeon pose. Come up, take your hands off. Hip extension. If you can, if you know, go ahead and use your hand. Inhale, exhale, pigeon pose. Go back down. Take your chest off, take your hands off if you can. Hip extension. 2 more. Pigeon pose. Inhale, exhale, take your hands, hip. Open up that hip. One more time, pigeon pose. And stay right here. You're gonna stay in pigeon pose. And we are gonna rock our hip side to side. Inhale, exhale. From your toe towards the floor. So 1 towards your right side, towards your left side. 2 more. 1 more. And keep it neutral right in the center. Bring your hands up. Keep your chest up and stay in that pigeon pose. I want you to think about your right hip bone presses forward towards the floor. Bend the back knee a little more and go back to a hip extension in normal way. So this time the foot is straight back. It's not diagonal like it was before. You're going to bring both hands on the in the inside of your left foot. You're going to roll your right toe down and you're going to take your knee off the floor. I want you to engage your right glute, keep your hip back and down and chest forward and engage the right glutes. 1, 2, so this side is engaging. 3, release it, bring your chest tall. Inhale, bring your arms up. And bring it back down on the floor. Take the right knee off the floor, leg extended, chest tall, engage the right glutes. 1, 2, you should feel a really stretching on the front. 3, bring your knee down, bring your chest tall, bring your arms up. Inhale, drive with your hip forward, bring your chest back. 1 more time, hands behind you on the floor, chest tall. Take your right knee off the floor, engage your right glutes. 1, try to keep that knee extended. 2, your front knee is pointing forward. 3, bring it down, bring it up, bring your arms up. Hip goes forward, chest go back, arms reaching behind you. Relax it, rotate both sides towards the front leg, your left one. Your left shoulder is pointing straight back. If you can, reach the back leg. If you know, stay right in there and breathe. And relax it. Go back in that child pose. Sitting on your heels, your arms reaching forward. Your hands reaches to your left. Your back reaches to your right. Hopefully you find a little more mobility now. And reverse it, your arms towards your right, your head towards your left. Okay, now we are gonna switch to the other leg. So this time, your right leg is gonna go forward and your left leg is gonna diagonal bend around 30 degrees angle, okay? Inhale, try that hip forward, keep that. We are doing the right side, or is the side we already did? I feel like this is the side we did it, don't it? Yes, it's your left leg forward and your right one bends it now. Okay, let's bring it forward. Try that hip forward. Keep that hip opening. Keep that back leg 90 degrees. So left leg is in front, right one is in the back. And go back in child pose. Rocking your side to side. Slightly. Bring your chest up. Take your hands off the floor if you can. Drive it forward, hip extension. Back leg, 30 degrees angle bend. Make sure you have bite on those knees. Okay, from there, bring your arms over your head. Reach your hip forward. Inhale, go child pose. Pigeon pose. Keeping that leg bended. Inhale, exhale, bring it up. Bring your arms up. And bring it backwards. Take your hands off. Go back forward, hip extension, arms go over your head. Keeping the 90 degrees. I know you're gonna wanna do this. Yeah, that's exactly what I just wanted to do. Make sure you don't do that. Keep that leg 90 degrees back. Oh, much better. I needed some part. Okay, go back. Pigeon pose. One more time. Take your hands off. Hip extension, bring your arms up. Chest goes back, hip goes forward. And go back and chop and pigeon pose and stay right here. Pigeon pose. Now rock it side to side, towards your left, towards your right, towards your left, towards your right. So we are doing a lot of external rotation, and after all this segment, we are gonna go to internal rotation. So keep now neutral right in the center. Bring your chest up tall. And now bring that leg, right leg forward, all the way up in that hip extension. Perfect. Bring your hands right next to that right foot. Move a little bit. The right knee is pointing forward, your chest is tall. Now take your left knee off the floor. Now we are gonna engage that glute 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Relax it, place the knee on the floor, bring your chest tall. Bring your hands back on the floor. Take that left knee off the floor, engage 3 times. 3, 2, and every time you engage that glute, you should feel a stretching on the front of your left hip. Try to keep that knee locked, the left knee. Bring it back down on the front, bring your chest tall, inhale, arms up, hip goes forward, chest goes back. Back on the floor. Take your knee off the floor. Lock the knee. 1, 2, 3. Bring it back down. Bring your chest tall. Bring your arms over your head. Try that hip forward. One more time. Bring your hands right next to your right leg. Take your left knee off the floor, chest is tall. Engage your left glute 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Bring it down, bring your chest tall. Now you're gonna rotate your chest towards the front leg, your right one. Your right shoulder's pointing down towards the floor. And you're gonna stay right in there, or you're gonna bend the back leg and bring it up. Bring it down on the floor. And this time we are gonna open our legs as wide as you can in a child pose with your knee bended, but you're gonna open your knees as wide as you can. You're gonna try to sit back and lean down, stretching those hips. Keep your toes slightly in. Let me show you this way. So your knees are out, but you see my foot are not, don't extend that back, that knee too much. So same or slightly less than your knees. The key is feel it, open your legs, your knees apart, wide as you can, and try to sink that butt down on the floor. Woohoo, and relax. We're gonna hold it for 30 seconds. So trying to stay there, relaxing and breathing. Keep breathing, try to sink those hips down, your back goes down. 5 more seconds. Relax, nice. Bring your legs to the front and kind of shake them a little bit. Reach your toes, bring your hand back, shaking a little bit. Reach your toes. 2 more. One more. Nice. Okay, we did this one already a long time ago. We did it with a foam roller. Today we are gonna do with anything. It's still pretty challenging. So we are gonna bring your right knee almost right in front of your hip, but not quite. So right in front of my hip will be right here, and you see my knees back right here. So slightly, honestly, place it in a position where you find comfortable for your knee, but you feel, you see we are internally rotating, so you still feel like a slightly in a stretch right inside your hip. Okay, so you're gonna lean slightly on the side, place your hands behind you, and now you're gonna, but I don't want you to lean all the way, so just slightly. It's mainly shifting the body weight towards your left leg. Please relax on the front as well. And you're gonna take your toe off the floor. Can you see it? So I'm here relaxing. I'm shifting my body weight to my left. And now you're gonna take this foot, or right one, up to the ceiling using right internally hip rotators. So let's try. Up and down, up and down, up. You can also grab your hand a little bit and help it to create the neuromuscular facilitation. Up and down. 10 more, 10. You should feel it right here. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now one more, grab that hand and now stretch it. Be careful with this movement. You should not feel it on your knee. I don't want you to twist your knee. I want you to help your femurs to internally rotate. So it's supposed to be from here, the movement, okay? So it's very gentle. Now, once you're holding that leg right there on your foot, press this right hip down towards the floor. So shift the body weight and press it down. So you should feel a nice stretch right inside. Breathe. And 4, 3, 2, and rest. Ooh. Bring your legs forward, shake them off, reach your toes. And hold it. Long back. If you cannot reach your toes, you can grab your ankles or your shin, but keep those toes up to the ceiling. Now bring your hands behind you, shake them side to side. You probably feel, I'm feeling it right here. And now bring your toe, reach your toes, bring your toes up to the ceiling. Okay, last one. Let's do it again. Side to side. Reach your toes. Shoulders relax. Okay. Now we are gonna go on the other side. So my right leg is bended in front in a corn forward position. My left one, my knees is slightly passing my hip, but it's in front of me. And you're taking your toe slightly diagonal to the side. You see it? You shift the body weight to your right foot this time. Keeping your knee on the floor, you're gonna lift your toe off the floor, okay? Let's do it. Up. This side is definitely harder for me, and we all have one side is harder than the other. But you see, after I do a couple, it gets better. So Lauritians, we are waking up the right movement. Again, grab your hand and assist it if you have to at the beginning. To wake it up. Okay, now let's try to do 10 with no hand, even if it's tiny, tiny bit, okay? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Nice. Bring your legs to the front. Shake them side to side and reach your toes. And do it again. Side to side. Reach your toes. Nice. Now, bend your knees so your sole of your foot are together. You're gonna grab a big toe and you're gonna bend your elbows and bring your chest towards your feet while you're pressing with your glutes are pressing your knees out. So I don't want you to use your hand, I want you to use your glutes to press them down, okay? Activating those muscles in there. So press your knees down from your glutes and use your arms to bring your chest at the same time down towards the floor. Bring it up, inhale, exhale, bring it down. One more time. Press your legs down while using your glutes, and at the same time, bring your chest down. Nice. Okay, let's do one more time. Kind of through all, we should see the last parts. It's gonna be a little quicker, okay? But now you know what to do, you know how to do it, so we can do it. And we do like less reps in each side, okay? So let's go in a child pose. Arms reaches to your right, hips reaches to your left. Switch, hands towards your left, hip towards your right. Back to up the front. Right leg goes forward, left knee bends 30 degrees back. Reach with your hip, go back, pigeon pose. Try to not use your hands if you can't. Reach forward, pigeon pose. Arms up, hip extension. Pigeon pose. Go back and hip extension. Align that foot straight back. Arms over your head. Reach forward. Bring your hands right next to your right foot. Take your left knee off the floor. 1, 2, 3. Engage in the glutes. Drop the knee. Arms over your head. Reach with your hip forward. Chest goes back. Hands goes on the floor. Knee goes off the floor. Engage your glute. 3. Your left glute. 2. Cosfully, now you can tell the difference. It's way looser. Bring it up. Rotate your chest towards the leg. Your right shoulder goes back. You bend the knee, back leg. Grab it. Relax it. Go back in chop pose. Your hands reach to one side. Your hip goes to the other. Switch. Man, I can really tell already my hip feels significantly better. Come up. Now your left leg goes forward. Your right knee bends 30 degrees back. Hip reaches forward. Pigeon pose. Down. Take your hands off. Go back in hip extension. Keeping that 30 degrees angle back. Open up the hip, reach forward. Pigeon pose. One more time. Pigeon pose. That's wonderful, isn't it? Go back in hip extension. Stay right here. Align that foot back, straight back. Bring your arms over your head. Hip reach forward, arms reach back. Hands go on the floor. Right knee goes off the floor. Engage your right glutes. 1, 2, 3. Bring your knee back down. Arms goes over your head. Bring it back down. Take your knee off the floor. 1, 2, 3. Knee goes back down. Last time. Take the knee off. 1, 2, 3. Bring the knee off. Turn your chest towards your front leg. Your left shoulder goes back. If you can, you reach your back leg. Stretching the front quad. Relax it. Open your knees as wide as you can and sit back. Hold it for 30 seconds. Trying to sink your hip and your butt back. Your shoulders are relaxed. Breathe. 20 more seconds to go. And 4, 3, 2, and rest. Come up. Keep your right one slightly in front of you. Left one completely in front of you. Cross. Shift the body weight to your left leg. Lift the right foot up to the ceiling, keeping your right knee on the floor. Let's do 6 times. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. One more. Hold it up. Sink on that hip. Sit on that hip hard. You should feel it again on your hip, not on your knee. Relax it. Bring your legs to the front. Shake them. Reach your toes. One more time. Shake them. Last round, guys. This was awesome. My hip already can tell, feels so much better. Left one is bending in front of you, but with your foot backwards. Your right one is right in front of you. Your hip is slightly farther back than your knee. Shift body weight to your left. Keep the left knee on the floor. Shift body weight to your right. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, One more. Grab it with your hand. Shift body weight to your left and sink the hip. Relax it. Bring your legs to the front. Shake them again. Reach your toes. Come up to our last deep breath. Inhale. Exhale and forward. And relax. Whew, that was amazing hip stretching. It's hard to stretch internally rotating the hips. So